I believe that every one of us has unique and special gifts. Sometimes we might not know what those gifts are, and I believe that people have varying levels of ability to understand what those gifts are and varying levels of ability to put them to use when they have them. For example, when I started to work at Southern Bell about 40 or 50 years ago, I worked in a group of technical people called Toll Test. It was inside network. And in Toll Test, there were people from all walks of life. A lot of them had military electronics background. Some of them were geniuses. Some of them had things they had invented that were put to work throughout the Bell system. And some of them were like me and could barely find their way into the building. But it was just a wide variety of people, a lot of whom had college degrees. One of the guys that I worked with, night shift handling television switching, was a double A graduate from NC State, honors, So we had a very bright crowd. And the guy I'm going to talk about, his name was Ed, and he was a regular guy, pretty smart, could fix or solve any kind of technical problem, but that wasn't his gift. Mm-hmm. So I had been plagued with a planar wart. This wart was in my left hand, right in the middle where the lines converge, and it was big. It was white around the outside, stuck up, and had a black part right in the middle, and it would hurt. And whatever I would do with my hands, it would usually hit that wart and hurt them. And I had tried over the years just about every kind of thing you would try from the drugstore to get rid of warts. And I would apply it like an acid that would eat them away. I would apply it, and I would apply it as much as 2 or 3 times as long as it says do it. And the thing would get beat down a little bit, but always come back even tougher than it ever was. And my coworkers, who had heard me whine about this over the years, said, well, just go see Ed. I said, well, what good is that going to do me? He will get rid of your wart. So after going through this for a long time and still having the pain, I said, so this I got to see. So I just went over to see Ed. Ed worked a part of the group called Circuit Order. He was the man in charge. And I said, Ed, the guys over there at Private Line Board, he said, now they might have been playing a joke on me, I don't know, but they said I could come see you and you could get rid of this. And I showed him the wart, and he said, man, that's a big ugly wart. I said, yep. I said, can you get rid of it? He said, I can. So he had me sit there with my hand like this, spread out. He reached in his shirt pocket and took out a piece of string that was about 5 inches long. He held the string in both of his hands. He tied it in an overhand knot. He never touched it. He never touched me. He pulled that string slowly closed with the knot being right over top of the wart. Took it, stuck it back in his shirt pocket. He said, okay, in a couple of weeks it'll be gone and it won't never come back. I just like, sure. I went.
You forgot to say abracadabra.
He didn't say nothing like that. I went home and told my wife we had the biggest laugh about that. I figured those fellas in Toll Test pulled a joke on me for sure. So about 2 weeks later, the wart was gone. And it has never come back. So I got to believing that ain't possible. Asked around, and everybody who had ever had warts up there and took them to see Ed, he had them remove warts the same way. And it worked every time. It never failed to work.